11:55, almost midnight. Enough time for one more story. One more story before 12. Just to keep us warm. In 5 minutes, it'll be the 21st of April. 100 years ago, on the 21st of April, out in the waters around Spivey Point, a small clipper ship drew toward land. Suddenly, out of the night, the fog rolled in. For a moment, they could see nothing, not a foot ahead of them. And then they saw a light. My God, it was a fire burning on the shore, strong enough to penetrate the swirling mist. They steered a course toward the light, but it was a campfire like this one. The ship crashed against the rocks. The hull sheared in two. The mast snapped like a twig, and the wreckage sank with all the men aboard. At the bottom of the sea lay the Elizabeth Dane with her crew, their lungs filled with salt water, their eyes open and staring into the darkness. And above, as suddenly as it had come, the fog lifted, receded back across the ocean, and never came again. But it is told by the fishermen and their fathers and grandfathers that when the fog returns to Antonio Bay, the men at the bottom of the sea, out in the water by Spivey Point, will rise up and search for the campfire that led them to their dark and icy death. 12 o'clock, the 21st of April.
Cause my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill, and there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel. And these monsters can fly, and they'll never say die, and there's no going back if I get trapped, I'll never heal. Yeah, my monsters are real. Good for you, you hurt everybody. Good for you, you hurt everyone. Good for you, you love nobody. Good for you, you won't no one. Leave your weapon on the table, wrapped in burlap, barely able. Call a doctor, say a prayer, choose the God you think is fair. Cause my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill, and there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel. And these monsters can fly, and they'll never say die, and there's no going back if I get trapped, I'll never heal. Yeah, my monsters monsters are real. Leave your weapon on the table, wrapped in burlap, barely able. Don't get angry, don't discourage. Take a shot of liquid courage. Leave the light on if you're able, 'cause we both know you're unstable. Call a doctor, say a prayer, choose a God you think is fair. 'Cause my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill, and there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel. And these monsters can fly, and they'll never say die, and there's no going back. If I get trapped, I'll never heal. And my monsters are real.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
You got the touch.
This is the kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
Not ramping down. Just getting started. Nothing stops this train. Who are you?
Oh, you better be joking.
Greetings. Good morning, everyone. Having problems back here for some reason. I was trying to click on different comments and it got stuck and it froze.
Yeah, it's acting like right before we went out to come back in, it was jumping a little bit.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's cleared out. Showing like full service on my internet, and the only thing I've got. Who had a dog bark?
Me. There's a little chihuahua out there, back there.
I love animals. They taste great. I'm just joking.
They really do. I love Asian food. I always have. And if I didn't love my cats.
I am just joking. I'm just joking. I did not mean it. Let me say good morning to everybody. I'm going to try to click on your comment here. Like I said, I'm having some problems. So if it don't show up or if it gets stuck, that's technical difficulties. Not me ignoring you or anything. Good morning to Christy. Love Christy. She is awesome. See, I'm clicking on hers and it's not doing anything. Let's see. There it goes. But let's see. It's not coming up. So I have no idea. Dude, we were talking backstage. I've been having all kinds of problems with YouTube this week. Good morning to me. Definitely appreciate you being here. Let's see. Justin Perkins, I don't know who that asshole is, but good morning.
I can tell you there now. He's a loser. He shouldn't be paid attention to.
Who's that?
Justin Perkins.
Let's see. Good morning, Lynn. Says you're not even breathing hard. So no, sometimes I do. It's been a while though. I'm an old man. If I had a choice of breathing hard or eating a bologna sandwich and watching a good movie, I think I'd rather do that. So
I eat bologna.
Really? You have that hard of a time eating bologna?
I just take that much meat at once.
Let's see. Good morning, Douglas. Again, Christy saying good morning to us. Good morning. And here's Douglas. Happy to have you here, Douglas, saying hello to Christy. And then Christy said it back. Sean, how you doing, brother? Me and Sean chat on Instagram a lot. Sean is a great guy, hell of a guy. So happy to have him here. Mud Digger, welcome in. Special guest today. You can see him in the studio. Honored to have him here. Limits. He is a man of many talents. He is a wrestler, ghost hunter. We were talking about backstage, and I want to mention this because I've always been interested in this. If you guys have never heard of this, the legend of the John Swift buried treasure. Now, some people or some articles I've read online have talked about it's buried in mine and Justin's part of Kentucky, while other people say it's buried in Limit's part of Kentucky. But the original story goes he found a silver mine that was leftover silver that was hidden in a cave from an Indian tribe that no longer existed. And when he found it, he had some other people with him. Well, after he mapped it out, or he did map it out, but he killed the men and burnt the map. He later went blind. I guess that's karma coming back on you. And he could not get his guide to find that location again. And legend and people have looked for this for years. And legend has it is still back here buried, waiting on someone to find it. So
I say let's go find it.
Hey, you know,
I'm down for a good treasure hunt.
When you told me what you told me backstage, I mean, and I'm serious. We've talked about that on the show before. You know, I first learned about that when I was in high school, and you know, I was kind of excited to see that it was in. You know, they were saying it was in my part of Kentucky. Good morning, Monday, and good morning.
You didn't buried for that long when you were in high school. People were already.
You see how he does me? You see how.
If you get talking just right, it looks like AJ Styles has got your voice.
Really?
I put it on full screen. I was trying to see what you were watching back there because I seen the phenomenal one, and I was like, "Let's see."
I always have wrestling playing in the background, like it's just the theme. Yeah.
That's cool. I used to try to run like the logo in the background, like I had a TV to run the logo on, and I never could get it to work out right. Like yours is not like blurring and going crazy like mine did.
Christy, thank you very much. She asked about my mom, Mother Goose. Let her know that they're in my prayers. She's hanging in there. I'm actually going to go see her, me and my son, today after the show. Good morning, Shady J. Welcome in. Natalie Lucas, welcome in. She's saying hello to Limits. So, Justin.
What is up, Natalie Lucas?
That hello is not familiar to you either one.
No, what's up?
No, Natalie's a good person. Thank you, Natalie. Let's see here. I'm skipping down through here, and it's but you know, love to have the show. This is when will we be doing the next show, Justin? Because this is our last Sunday show, possibly for a while. We may do it. Did we ever decide to move it to Sunday evenings, Monday evenings? What's best for you?
Sundays work probably the best, but now I'm not opposed to a Monday here and there. If the fans get fortunate, there'll be a lot of Mondays I can't make it, and then they won't have to deal with me.
Oh, dude, no. So Sunday evenings are best for you.
Yeah.
What time?
Anytime Sunday evening is good for me.
Okay. So we'll probably move it to Sunday evenings, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock.
That sounds good.
And for those of you that follow me on TikTok, I will be doing a live on TikTok tonight at 8. I don't do many lives on TikTok. I did one a few months ago, but I'll be going on there tonight, just talking to people and hanging out for a little bit. You know, because the videos that I'm known for, I've not got to post a lot of them last couple of weeks like I normally do, and I've not got to respond or email people back. And I was doing it earlier in the week, and I had it was like 2,400 emails, messages on TikTok. So now that was messages and comments.
Oh, I'm lost, sir. I thought the videos you were known for were the ones on OnlyFans.
Well, you're not supposed to tell people about that. So,
oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Got to make that money, boo-boo.
Oh, yeah. What do you guys think about the, and this joke, hope it doesn't offend anyone, but it's a joke. Did you guys hear that Matthew Perry passed away?
I did, man. Last night on my way home.
Yeah.
What about you, Justin? Did you hear about that?
My wife told me about it yesterday evening.
Okay. You know what that means, right?
He
won't be there for you anymore.
Oh.
Too soon. Too soon. Sorry. I told you it was inappropriate. So I mean, but hell, it's just a joke.
I
mean,
did you read the way he died though? It's a little. I mean,
then he drowned in his pool.
He drowned in that little fountain that they do the intro in on the show.
They said he had a heart attack and drowned in the fountain.
Natalie says or she was buffering like crazy. Are we okay now? Can somebody chat and let us know there? Info Warrior, good morning. Welcome in, sir. Died in a fountain.
Black Flag. Is that info guy? Is that who we got? Black Flag guy, or what's it called?
No. I don't. No, this is the Info Warrior.
Oh, okay.
You were thinking about Willie Mays Hayes, right?
No, what's the dude? His InfoWars is his website.
You're talking about Alex Jones.
Black Flag conspiracy. The government definitely blew up the Sears in Honolulu on September 12th in 1984.
I'm gonna tell you what, man, you got a pretty good voice for that. So
he does.
It's just my Beetlejuice with a little bit of less of, you know what I mean? Sounds a lot like a guy from a podcast that got banned once.
Well, speaking of that, normally on the Sunday before Halloween, what we've always done traditionally is had the Spooky family in, but
they hate us. So.
Well, they don't hate me; they hate you because I have an email from them stating how much they dislike you. They've done shows since you've been on.
BS propaganda. That is BS propaganda by Robert the Butcher. I'm gonna tell you right now. I can tell you for sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Bagel loves me and that Gertie loves me. And that weird dude that does all their introductions loves me. But it's that Robert the Butcher. He hates me. He's their manager. He's a piece of human crap.
Okay.
And it's him.
Welcome in, Creeker Wayne. I guess I'm Sub Delani and not Goose. Yeah, we're on YouTube. We're on the Here to Chew Bubblegum YouTube and the Static and Noise. We're also on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. That's the Here to Chew Bubblegum. And there's one more listed up here. I don't know what it is, but
we're on the court docket for September of next year. Yeah.
We're
sodomy of a horse.
Oh man.
Hey, Miss Vicky, can you do me a favor? And this guy that I'm clicking on right here, this comment, can you go ahead and just boot this guy in here, spam him? So we don't.
Hold on a minute now. I might want to. Hey, buddy. What's his name? Churro Benero.
Make you famous, man.
Go to thickguys.com and look for the round mound of sound. That's what they call me. I do a little drumming occasionally. I need some promotion there. So if you'll hook me up there. Thick with 2 C's. Thickguys.com. Round mound of sound.
Miss Vicky or Christy, and you want to just go ahead and ban that guy there. So there was a bunch of comments like it on last week's show talking about stuff. People, it's like the same person was having a conversation back and forth talking about crypto, and I think it was BJ that got us hooked up on that. So
it probably was.
But I went in and
damn Reverend.
So
yeah, I got some things coming up. I want the Reverend to be involved in, so I'm going to have to look him up. I have to get a hold of him.
He ain't hard to find. I think he's just getting ready to come off of house arrest, so he's pretty easy to find right now. He's in Mississippi.
I have to send him a donation,
I wouldn't send him in. Just tell him you're going to. He's stupid. He'll fall for
it.
Yeah. Mud Digger, are you a moderator as well?
Don't call her that.
Change that.
Jesus Christ.
It's at 9:45, Miss Vicky, the timestamp. So, because I was thinking you and Christy and Mud Digger were moderators that is in here. So, but 9:45. What was his name again? The spam guy that's in here.
Mucho Dinero.
Metric Banner Row. R-O. Metric Banner O. So, but welcome everyone. Welcome in. Justin, do you want to read our Sappy Unhappy moments that we had?
If I was prepared, let me bring it up here.
Those of you have never listened to this. So, basically what we do, we have people send us in Sappy Unhappy moments from their favorite movie or TV show.
Well,
thank you. And we react to it. So, okay, Christy, I will take care of that in just a moment. So we'll make sure we give you a wrench there. So, Justin, take it away, brother.
Okay. Hey, guys, you can refer to me as Dr. Lucas. Here's one of my sappy, unhappy moments. The saddest moment I ever witnessed in a movie or TV show was in the show This Is Us. At the end of the episode, the father, Jack Pearson, took his last breath after a heroic battle against a house fire. This scene brought me to tears and deeply affected me, as it highlighted the fragility of life and how uncertain the future can be. It made me appreciate the present moments we have with our loved ones and to treasure them while they last. Oh, it has a PS. It also taught me how hard it was to get something medium well.
So, that's our sappy unhappy moment. You know, we life's a highway. Shit happens. So, hey guys, guess what?
Don't overcook your meat.
Nope.
Don't
Matthew
oversmoke
Perry
it.
died. Hey, Matthew Perry died.
Did he?
I'm
Really?
sorry. I know that was in bad taste.
You needed the
I'm
Rembrandt
trying
song.
to be funny and bring a smile to people's face. So, sorry.
Well, you're not
Sorry.
going to make him smile. He's dead. So, I mean,
Hey, let's see.
it's like
A little bit
trying to
late.
teach Paul Walker to drive. Yeah, a little
Oh
late.
man, you're vicious.
Hmm?
Oh, Mean
What?
says, "Hey Todd, is your right hand your strong hand?"
Oh, yes, it is. It is my strong hand. Actually, it's my
Oh.
left hand. Sorry. That's the one I picked up.
So, thank you very much, Dr. Lucas, for writing in with your sappy unhappy moment. We definitely appreciate that. Limits, welcome, brother. Thank you for
What is
coming
up,
on.
man?
Thank you for coming on. We may drop the link here for some people here in just a little bit, and so we'll be doing that. But we're gonna talk tomorrow or what Tuesday's Halloween. We're gonna talk about ghost hunting. What got you into ghost hunting?
Tell you the truth, when I was a teenager, man, ghost hunters was popular. Like I remember in high school, I think it was my junior or senior year, maybe in my junior year, when they done the special at Waverly Hills, the live special. I always thought that was badass. And you know, I was a teenager, so my parents was out doing parent shit, and I was stuck at home watching it in a dark house by myself, and it just intrigued me. But actually, what got me into ghost hunting was whenever the first house I remember living in, my grandfather had bought a farm and built a ginormous house, and I can show you newspaper clippings of this if I can bring it up. And it's from the Weekly World News, but they're one of the people that came and covered it. So,
Well, wait. The Weekly World News, which is like the Inquirer, came to your grandfather's farm and
we
covered
lived with
this
him when I
story
was a
in
kid.
their really.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I've actually showed this in a previous live. It's called the Outer Limits Ghost Hunt, the Outer Limits Paranormal Experiences. But anyways, he raised corn for after he retired. He was a policeman. After he retired, he raised a farm on the side. That's how he made his extra money at the time. He raised corn and tobacco. And when he was tilling up the fields, he found all kinds of Native American artifacts, tomahawks, arrowheads, things like that, and sold them. But my grandma had sent my brother to the barn one night to get my grandfather for it was dinner time. Sorry, I got a stuttering problem. But anyway, as he went to go out the door, he seen a face on the screen door. This was right around dark, and that face stayed there every night. It was not there during the day, but it was there at night. As soon as the post light outside would come on, the face would be on the screen door. And I have early memories. Like I remember the house being full of people coming to see it, and me handing a little kid my little plastic keys, just making friends and like, here, you can have these. But yeah, so it was the very first twinkling of memories of my life is this ghost on the screen door. So I've been obsessed with it my whole life since then. My grandma and grandfather eventually got divorced. He sold the farm. He said the screen door was bad luck, threw it in the river. Said he wished he never moved there. It was wild.
Okay. I mean, so the ghost would always appear in the
Screen door, the
in the
face.
screen door.
Yeah. And in real life, it looked like me looking at you. The face did, and it was just a face.
That was
You
it.
could see the hair, and like you could move to different angles of the living room, and the face would change its appearance of what it was.
Wow.
Just wild.
Yeah.
And
that story went a lot better than I thought it was going. When you started out with, I was a teenager home, my parents weren't there. If you'd have threw in Boy Scout or Catholic church right after that, I was like, ah, shit, I know where this is going. No.
And like my grandmother was a cook at a Christian school on the side. And hold on, I gotta shut this dog up.
That dog's fine.
Don't kill the dog. Leave it alone.
If you do make pepper steak, it's amazing.
Is it? Hell yeah.
Yes.
But she was a cook at this a Christian school on the side, and the science teacher at the Christian school is called Riverside Christian Academy.
I've heard of that.
Took the door off and took it to his house because he used to be a photographer back in the Vietnam War. He was a science teacher. He took the screen door off and took it to his house and put it in his garage. He was going to try to take a picture of the face on the camera. And as he took a picture, the face wasn't there. The face would not appear nowhere but on that door frame.
Wow.
Yep. And it
So
was
that-
and at nighttime it would.
So that's is what got you into ghost hunting, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what caused my obsession with ghosts.
What was the first place you ever went out and did a hunt at? And did you have any? Did you capture anything?
No. Like me and my buddies used to do it, and when we was younger, just to say we was doing it, but we never had no equipment. Smartphones weren't a thing. You had cell phones, but it was the flip phones, and we was too poor to afford video cameras or anything. So, but one of the first places we ever went was I was living in Clay City at the time, and at the gorge, there's a place called Nada Tunnel. Supposed to be haunted if you walk through it in the middle of the night. And we went, and they say you're supposed to hear a heartbeat in the middle of it. My buddy was wearing cowboy boots, so it sounded like a heartbeat. But so nothing really amazing. And like ever since that younger age, I've seen things. I've lived in, like, the house I live in right now has stuff in it. My wife sees inklings of it all the time. I've never seen nothing here. I've only heard somebody laugh. But like growing up, we lived in a single wide trailer. My grandma worked night shift, and you just hear things there too, like things that weren't supposed to be. You'd see things like shadows every now and then. So like I don't know if it's where. Hold on, we're getting a echo.
I'm not hearing anything. You hearing anything, Justin?
I thought it was. But like, and my buddy Dustin, who lived down the road from us, eventually moved in with us until he graduated high school. We was best friends coming up. He never believed in ghosts until he moved in to my house. So.
Well, like that tunnel, like for people that's not been to that, I've heard the same thing, but if you've not been to that tunnel, for one thing, to do that at a young age, that thing, it's not like miles long, but it's a pretty long tunnel, and it's pitch black dark in there in the daytime.
It's pitch black, man.
Yeah, it is like it's trippy, and there's enough room for a car, not multiple cars, a car. You can stick your hands out the windows just about and touch the walls. It's tight.
Yep.
When did they build that again? Do you guys remember? Was it like the?
Oh, that was hand dug. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I don't honestly remember off the top of my head. I don't know that I ever knew, because that once you get in there where the like the main I guess like greetings area or whatever, they're like the main building for the park inside there. I think that was originally some type of settlement. And I mean, I'm talking old school settlement, and I think the tunnel was part of that, or maybe there before that, or part of that. So it's been there a while.
Yeah.
Now, this is a good question, but before I read it, and after you answer it, I'm going to tell you a story. Justin, can you hold up your strong hand again for me? I clicked on the comments earlier, but I don't know if you saw it or not. So You got two strong hands, your left and right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, sorry.
That was deep, man. That was deep.
I picked your hand. Yeah.
So
That's
Christy
fine.
says limits. Do you think some people are just more in tune and see ghosts, or just by chance?
I hear that. I mean, I don't know. I do think that, but I don't know. At the same time, I don't know if I would be, or if I would want to be. But it intrigues me.
If they're real, then it's definitely. I think that's definitely true, because I don't know. Like when I was really big into it, I don't know if there's anybody in the world wanted to see it worse than I did.
Yeah.
Like I eat, sleep, dreamed it for, 18 years, and just to the point, like it was so little to the point that I was just like, okay, I don't believe anymore. Like, so I think there is a matter, like maybe I just, maybe the ghost thought I was an asshole, which is, I get that from the living a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's froze.
I do.
Froze.
No, no. I'm here. I'm trying to set up moderators and stuff back here.
But yeah, I think some people are in tune with it. I don't know how you get in tune with it. Like my wife was a speculator until she moved in this house. And this house, Bob lived in it maybe 5 years. It was built in the 60s. The family, everybody knows the family that lived here, so nothing was ever weirdly done, or nothing, no murders or anything like that. But like one night we was asleep in the bed, and she woke me up in a panic, and I woke up and looked, and I didn't see nothing. And she said, "You didn't see that?" And I said, "No, I didn't see nothing." She said, "It's gone now." She said there was a man in a cowboy hat standing at the foot of her bed. So
my wife's dream right there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that
was. Yeah.
I do though. Seriously, I think there's some sort of that, because like I've been in Waverly twice, and both times as when I was really big into it and like very much a believer, and well before Waverly what it is now, and the way that back when took a 6-pack to the night watchman, because they only had a night watchman because they didn't want people to get hurt and to sue. It was still there was still a lot of debate over who was going to own it and take responsibility for it, let alone they wasn't trying to make money off of it. You could get in, and it was a big deal in the music scene in Louisville. Like there was a band called Incursion 502, and it was named after room 502. They couldn't keep the number plates on the doors and stuff. Whoever got 502 went straight for it. I think it was actually somebody from the band, because I think they had it on one of their amp cabinets, because that's the whatever code for the phone numbers there, area code in Louisville. And then it's also, the room that I think the nurse was supposedly hung in or hung herself in. Yeah. So like it was such a big part of that, which Halloween was such a big part of that area. Like we went every year to the MSD Halloween show for like 3 years straight. And that's just a local band from Louisville. And I would rather see their shows and see that. But all the music there, like, because at that time, the only two bands, and I was really big into Cold Chamber at that time, they were a big national band. And I was getting into Rob Zombie, kind of that time he'd went solo and stuff. So I always looked at it as kind of like more spooky, like spookcore type music. And that was the main scene in Louisville, because the supernatural and the history of the area, especially with things like Waverly, was such a big deal, that you always had shows and stuff going on. But October Bleeding was the first MSD album. That's every Halloween. It's no different than Christmas music to me. Every Halloween, I'm going to start listening to October Bleeding, and it's one of my favorite albums ever.
Got you.
Well,
I'm going to send you something right now. All right.
Okay. How many hunts did you have until you actually found something? He's good to go, Miss Vicky. He already was. I made him a managing one. Christy, you're also managing one like Miss Vicky now, so you should be good to go on this channel. Mud Digger, I couldn't find you to add you, but you are on the Here to Chew Bubblegum. So if you see anything inappropriate over there, if you're watching on that, just feel free to take it down, time them out, whatever. I trust your judgment.
But keep touching yourself there, Ricky. I think I see what you asked. Shh.
But how many hunts was it until you found something? did you do? Like, was your second? Was your third? First? What?
The first one, me and my
Not
wife
first,
went on. The first one, me and my wife went on. We got the voice of the little girl in the school, but most of my experiences have been personal, and like it's weird. Like when you go looking for it, like it knows you're looking for it.
Well, do you think some people say, and this may explain, and I know Justin has had an incident as well where, he had, or his oldest daughter saw some stuff, his only daughter. And like you said, no, nothing had ever happened there. Do you think that, some people claim you can go to where you go to different places and stuff sticks to you and follows you?
Yeah.
Because so do you think something like followed your wife or you there or someone else or somebody that used to live there and that's the reason it's there?
It could be something that's attached. It could be something from the past. It could be somebody from your past. It could be, somebody we don't even know. It's weird to explain it. It's like a paradox. Like there's like us living do not know what goes on after we're gone. We don't. The only people that know is the people that's gone. You say you can have, near death experiences and experiences things, but we've all found out that's just the natural DMT that's built up releasing when you go. So, but so I believe things can attach because where do spirits go? I mean, if you're religious, we don't go until he comes back. So, where do we go until then?
Well, it's wild because, I mean, you look at every culture ever has had some sort of ghost story, whatever the case may be, or something to do with the dead coming back, And so it's naturally, obviously, humans are naturally intrigued by it. I understand that, and that does explain some of those things. But on the other hand, like, what would ever have made any human think that there was something like that was possible? Like, why wouldn't you think that you just die and it ends? So there has to be experiences that lend that to people, to where people, something has happened or they've seen or experienced something where they think, okay, there's more to the world than what I can just see.
Yep.
Now, I've said before that I don't believe in ghosts. Now, I have had experiences. I think it's possible that, they do exist. And I guess that I believe, from what the cases that I've seen, were very much real. They were there. I saw this. I don't think that they can hurt you. With that being said, over the past month, I have felt at different times, like if I'm driving or I'm like standing or, and I'll give you an example. The first time it happened, I was standing in front of the refrigerator. I was getting ready to open it up. And when I did, I felt something tug my shirt, like right behind me, just like tug it. Nobody else was home. Okay. And I felt that. I mean, and I have had little tugs like that over the last month or so. Now, and this ties into earlier in the week, my wife and I went to Atlanta. And we went to eat at a particular restaurant that was just outside of Atlanta. It was like this historical Marietta, Georgia was where we went. So we went to eat at this historical restaurant, and it was like the building had been there since like 1830. So we go upstairs to eat. And, she even told me going there that the building was used in the Civil War. She told me that. I knew it going there, that it was used in the Civil War. But when we order our food, I start looking around at some of the architecture in this building, and I just get like mesmerized with it. I'm looking at the old floorboards. You can tell that they're original because they had the square-headed nails. They didn't have circular nails, and the way that they were cut, and it wasn't perfect. You could tell it was old architecture. So as we're sitting there, I said, "You said this building was here during the Civil War?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "Was it used as a hospital?" She's like, I don't know. I said, well, why don't you look online and see if it is used as a hospital? Because now, and this could have been my mind playing tricks on me. But after I said that, it's like I looked around and I seen like different hospital beds and I could hear stuff and, it was hot as hell. I could feel the heat and, and so after about 10 minutes, she looks it up. She's like, how did you know this used to be a hospital? I said, I don't know, but I feel like I've been here before. She's like, no, you've not. I'm like, I really think that I've been here before. And so as we were eating, and I can't remember the name that I said, but I come up with a name. And as we were going back to the hotel, because the first name was like not Joshua. It was a biblical name, but it wasn't like popular during the time period of the Civil War. But I said this name, and I wish I had wrote that down and could remember it. But she looked this guy up, and she's like, this guy was born in Cincinnati, and he died in Marietta, Georgia during the Civil War. She's like, how did you know that? She's like, you looked this up. I'm like, I didn't even know we were coming here. I'm like, no, this is just shit that was, coming to my mind. And she's like, why did you tell me all this? She's like, I'm freaked out. I'm like, well, I don't know. You kept asking me what I was staring at. It's not like I go around telling everybody, hey, I'm like seeing and hearing shit from the Civil War times right in front of me, But the name might have been Jacob, or it wasn't Jacob. It was something else. But it was like the first and last name. I had correct, but that person was a junior, but they were tied to that area because they had helped. Well, the guy's family, I guess, had helped do some stuff after the Civil War and made it like a memorial to him and stuff. So, but that was like the first time I had ever that vividly been able to tell people, and I honestly 100% believe I had been there before. Now, I don't think I was a Jacob person, but I have been there before. So,
that's wild.
That is wild.
And it was like I said, it was scaring the shit out of her because she's like, how did you know this?
It was like that's so Raven experience.
More interesting how you get anybody in your house to tug you, even if it is a ghost. No tug. It's not haunted, I guess.
Christy says, have you heard about the soul catchers of the moon or on the moon? Is that like the dream chaser type dream catcher stuff, or is that something else?
Not like
I ain't heard it.
It's like a conspiracy deal. Like when you die, the moon catches your souls, and it's artificial, and that's what it's there for, or something.
Now, why do you think the difference is when you die that you're 7 pounds lighter from your weight than what you are when you're alive?
Your body evacuates a mean shit.
No, well, yeah, it does.
They take everything out and show it back.
No. This is before. This is before they take anything out. Now you do, defecate yourself, when you die, and you may pee yourself because all the muscles, release and stuff. But I won't say scientifically, but you do weigh. It has been noted in several cases, people weigh 7 pounds lighter, and some people think that that's because the soul leaves the body. Now, there's one particular video that I saw on YouTube years ago where you have a mouse in a mouse trap. Have you guys saw that? I wish I had this pulled up. But he's getting some cheese. Well, the mouse trap goes off and it kills the mouse. But you see something white come out of his body real fast. Boom.
Really?
For real. So I'll have to look for that and see if I can find it real quick here. But that is... I can't
find it now, but that just my Captain Buzzkill. I love my Captain Buzzkill moments. That was a myth, the body lighter thing, and it was like a crap experiment that didn't. Some guy goofed up the experiment.
Well, how come it's been reported in other cases?
It's like it, but that's like that. It's not really like it was in the experiment, and it's not true. Like it's kind of like okay. Like talking about haunted houses and stuff. My two favorite, and I didn't discover this until after I'd become a skeptic, and it's probably some of the biggest, like aha moments from this. Like if you listen to the dude that survived the Amityville case, the one that had lived there, he was a young kid or whatever. I don't remember if he was before or after, whatever it was.
He was the youngest one, I think.
Yeah. And then like if you watch the doc where they actually talk to him, they don't talk to the Warrens, they don't go with all the stuff that you're actually talk to him, and then you actually look at the court documents. His dad was abusive, and there was a lot of issues there that most of that, like, they know why and what happened, but that didn't get out. Instead, the ghost story part of it happened. And then just the other day, they released the one on I think Conjuring made a movie over it where when the boyfriend actually killed the guy, that was going to be his defense in the trial, was that the devil made him do it. The little boy got possessed, and then that guy took the spirit into him. And then, like, you watch the documentary, and it just takes like one thing from his older brother, and the Warrens had it on tape. They just didn't share it. And the oldest brother, he's never in the documentary until like halfway through, and then he comes in, he's like, "Oh yeah, well, you know, the Warrens came in and said, well, if you were possessed, you would do this, 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 and this." And that's when he started doing it. And his dad never had anything to do with it. Then one night, you know, the Warrens are there and they're doing this thing and they're recording it. And he's calling his mom all these bad words. And because dad comes out of the bedroom, jerks him up, spanks him, sets him down, tells him to shut up. And either the demon was afraid of dad or that worked. And that like, they have that audio for the documentary, but the Warrens never released that when they were releasing all the information about. So like you get, even in a case like that, you get the myth or you get the legend, but you don't generally get the actual information. And that may be, look, what I got saying that it's wrong may be the same thing. That may be myth or legend saying that was a failed experiment. I want to say it was the Y Files or somewhere like that I seen it. And that guy's usually a pretty good researcher, but it could be wrong. Like I said, I can't say for sure.
I'm sorry for interrupting. I do apologize. It wasn't 7 pounds. It was between 21 and 48 grams. So
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, it's 21 grams. I think is what I had heard.
21 and 48 grams. It just depends on how big the person is and their heights and all that stuff. Last time they ate and all that stuff. So, but still, hey, you know, you weigh less. So. See, Patrick says I'm my contacts are a little bit blurry here, so if I fub the words, I apologize. A solar system. So you've had not a solar system, but so do you see stuff, Patrick? Have you had any experiences as well? If so, please share them about us.
He's talking about the moon. He's talking about the moon deal. Yeah.
Okay. The thing that you sent me limits on Facebook, do you want me to check it out later, or do you want me to play that now?
Now, if you want to. Yeah.
Okay, let me.
It's actually the newspaper article and a picture of me and my grandfather later in life. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me.
So you all were actually not just the house, like you all were in the Weekly World News.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Me and my papa used to read that every night before bed.
It mentions my brother Jared. Him going to the barn. But yeah, man, it was wild. It was one of my first memories.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
that is very awesome. It is very awesome. Justin, you're missing out. So I don't know if I show this or not. I might just be greedy and keep it for myself. So let's see. Yeah, I'll be putting it up here in just a second. Let's see. Me says go to the Myrtles in Louisiana. I've
heard that, man. I've heard that. Me and my wife talked about expanding out eventually.
Is that the big plantation in Louisiana?
What?
I said, is that the big plantation in Louisiana?
I'm not sure. I've never been there.
I'm thinking it is.
Yeah, the Myrtles plantation. I think.
Yeah, it is. I was getting ready to say there's a friend of mine named Fletch that's been there, but I've never been there. Justin's a huge.
There's a lot.
Lisa Noble, what's up?
Yeah, I was getting ready to. Yep. Good morning, Lisa. So I hope you're not related to Lonnie. If you are, I feel sorry for you. Yeah,
Lonnie's a character, ain't he?
Just a minute here. Yeah, that was you that said you wanted to have a debate with Lonnie and right. So
Yama.
Well,
Yama needs to have a debate.
All right, there you go.
Yama is a very good friend of Carson. So,
oh, really?
yeah.
Let's see. Go to Natalie's here. So we touched on that, Info Warrior. I said 7 pounds. Justin said 21 grams. I'm going to give it to Siri and go between 21 and 48 grams. So,
80 grams.
What was that?
I like Teddy grams.
Well, hey,
I never got them in my lunch, but other kids did, and I would barter for them.
how come you never got them in yours?
My mom didn't like me.
Oh, buddy, your mom likes you.
She
She likes you sometimes.
She told me yesterday she did.
Well, that was yesterday. Ask her today. I'm sure she does.
That's true. It could change.
So,
Hey, I'm about to go release my spirit into the toilet.
okay, you go right ahead,
I gotta
buddy.
pee. I got old kidneys. How do I do this?
Do you have pajamas on this morning?
No, I don't. I have a track pencil.
Oh, okay.
And my Def Leppard shirt and my mullet.
There you go. Hey, buddy, I'm gonna tell you what.
I'll be back.
Todd knows how to rock. So
Let me grab a refill.
yeah. Oh, I am adding these limits. It just takes me a minute there, so I guess limit stepped away as well.
No,
okay.
I got a mini fridge back there.
Oh, okay. There you go. I'm actually, well, I mean, it's going to be a little while, but we're going to be doing some work at our house, and finally got the home studio coming. So
nice.
I'm looking forward to that. It's been a long time coming. You know, I've heard other people in the past like, why don't you do that at home? Well, there's not enough room. You know, we have a pretty large house, but there's just not enough room. So trying to pull these pictures up. I apologize, everyone. I am still a newbie when it comes to StreamYard, but I am making my way through it. So they've been doing some different stuff. I mean, I've noticed some like before I could fill a thing out, and I did this last week. It was a flub because evidently you can't do it anymore. I filled out the description and stuff, and then was going to go back and add the thumbnail, and it wouldn't let me do it. There was no option to do it at all. So really? I had to delete that, which it still showed up for just a little while, and then completely like do it again. So, and that was the schedule last week's live. So let's see. I'm adding these here.
Blue Eyes, what's up?
I think they left. Did they come back? Welcome back if you're back. So hopefully everything's going good there. Let's see. I've got one more thing here, and we will be showing these. Now, what I need to do is just wait because Justin was interested in this weekly world news. I should just go ahead and show him. But like, I'm sorry, buddy, you missed it. But I'm not going to do that. I do have it uploaded and ready to go now when he does come back.
Good deal. Yeah,
welcome back, Blue Eyes. Go ahead.
Like in that house, I mean, it was a brand new house. My grandfather built a ginormous house. Like the hallway in it was so big and like long that we had a couch on one side of it and a TV on the other where me and my brother would sit and play Nintendo.
Right.
And it was a brand new house. Like, so like in the middle of the night, it sounded like everything in the kitchen was getting busted. And you'd walk in there and nothing would be misplaced.
I might have to go check that out. So
a preacher owns it now. His name is actually, well, I ain't gonna dog his guy, yeah. But and I've talked to him. He preached my grandfather's funeral, and he said he's never had no experiences in that house. So I don't know.
Now, Info Warrior, here's a good question. Was the house built on a graveyard or something?
Well, see, that's the thing. You could go on the hill behind the house. There was a big hill on one side of the house and a big field. Then there was a river and a railroad track for trains. And you go up on the hill and you would find rocks stacked up on top of each other, which, you know, the old timers always said that was Indian burial ground. Yeah.
Man, you better be glad with no poltergeist stuff. Now, Captain Buzzkill up there, before I show this picture, the original Poltergeist movie, you do know it had a lot of problems on that set, right? And it was, people say it was jinxed and so forth.
Mhm.
A lot of bad luck. So I just throwing that out there.
I don't believe in bad luck.
So, okay. Here is what Limit sent me. This is the article. Now, what year did this come out? And you can see it plain right in the screen door.
95, 96. In real life, bro, that looked like me looking at you.
Right.
This was the only photo taken of it. Yeah, I'm at to get an interview with my grandma.
Now, how did you capture? Or how did the people capture that? I mean, what kind of camera did they use?
I cannot remember. It was whatever was high tech at the time, I guess.
And then here's a picture of Limits and his grandfather.
Yeah, that's
Very
later
nice
on in life. Yep.
Very nice there, man.
Yeah, I owe my whole life to that man. No, and they ain't no lie about it. But yeah, he believed it was on an Indian burial ground later on, after all the stuff he found in the field and the rocks on the hill, and things like that.
Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome. You know, I call my grandfather every night around 8:30. He's
awesome,
88, 89. So he's something else.
Mine never answers.
Ah, dude, that's not funny, man.
You've been dead 10 years.
I mean, yours was like, the things you tell me.
Never answers.
What was that you said?
I said mine never answers when I call. We've been dead like 10 years, so. I was probably like, I lived with my grandpa growing up. My mom and dad got divorced when I was in 3rd grade, so I lived with my papa on my mom's side until I was, till I got married, like about a year or so, 2 years before I got married. Like me and him were super, super close. And like, I can't really remember the papa on my dad's side. Like all the memories I do have are really good, but I was really, really young when he passed away. But now, yeah, me and my papa on my mom's side were really tight. Not that tight.
I'm sorry. Some of the stuff you've told me that your grandfather said and taught you growing up, man, that's like, it's just heart touching. I mean, that's life lessons you won't forget. The same as Limit said, I love mine to death. And I'm not saying this because he's my grandfather. He is the most humblest man. And I've had other people say this that you will ever meet. He would like straight up give you the shirt off of his back,
Yep. Mine was the same way.
Shady J says that Poltergeist was scared. It scared me as a kid. So, what was that?
Poltergeist is wild. Poltergeist is a wild movie. Like that's.
Oh yeah.
And I don't do horror. I always say that all the time. Like I just don't like. I don't like horror movies. We watched them a lot when I was little, and like I guess. Like when I was little, like if it was in a movie, I was just always taught it wasn't real. So if it wasn't real, then it wasn't scary. And if it wasn't scary, like it didn't bother me. But when you get into like, what's that? The Pope's Exorcist. Like you get into stuff that's got like that kind of tone to that, I get really big into that. I liked that one really good. But now the Exorcist weirded me out as a kid.
Good morning, Joseph. Thank you, Shady J. I'm the exact opposite. The scary movies I can watch. I have never, I'll be 49 years old in less than 2 months. And I have never saw the original Exorcist movie all the way through. I've never saw any religious-based horror movie. I just don't watch them. Yeah. Because, I was raised in a very strict, old regular Baptist, family household growing up. Like Limit said, or you said, you lived, with your grandfather. Same as me, my grandmother and grandfather, in the summertime when I had my own bedroom there, and then when they did some construction work and remodeling on their house, I had my own private place downstairs, which was awesome. Why I ever gave that up, I have no idea, but it had its own entry door and everything, but I loved it there, but just the religious based horror movies, I'm not into those. And
as a kid, they scared me. I wouldn't touch them. Like I wouldn't even. Yeah, there was no way he was getting me to watch something like that. Especially, I think, just my interest in religion and just I don't know. There's to me, there's a story aspect to that that's more interesting. You know what I mean? It's like Constantine. I love Constantine, and I keep waiting because they keep saying that they're going to make a sequel to that. I love Constantine. Like I like that type of. There's one called We Are or Legion. I've never seen, and I'm just now starting to see the ads for it. And it's apparently an older movie, and it looks really good.
That's the one about the angels, though, right?
Yeah.
Now I have saw that one. I have saw that one. You know, and someone asked me before, they're like, why do you not watch the religious horror movies? I'm like, well, I'm going to be honest with you. Because in my thinking and my view, I think that could really happen. As far as somebody with a chainsaw coming after you, or somebody with a, you know, a machete that keeps coming back and back. I said, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's just, I'm not into religious based horror movies. Not at all.
I don't guess like there's very few that I've got into, but like I said, like wouldn't necessarily call like the Pope's Exorcist a horror movie. Like to me, it's not like there's and it's not even real history sometimes. You know, they obviously get very liberal with it, like what they consider to be, you know, factual or whatever. But I was the same way. Like if you know, and it doesn't have to be horror based. Like one of my favorite episodes of what's the Robert Stack TV show?
Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mysteries. Maybe we talked about this very episode, when the dude come and built the staircase in Mexico or New Mexico or wherever, and you remember that? Was that you brought that up? Like,
yeah,
I remember that episode from when it was original. So, like anything with a religious connotation, especially when I was younger and was very devout, and then there was a long time there, you know, where it's the opposite, and then whatever Buddhist bullshit I'm into now, like it was kind of swung back that way, you know, and I don't know. I've always enjoyed anything either way on that, you know, the kind of spooky or the you know, the good stories, you know.
Right. Good morning, Snark and Sass. Welcome. Let's see what Patrick says here. Bats see a different frequency into night scene thing you can see. That's true.
Really?
They do. See, you know, I mean, it's kind of like they have their own, you know, night vision before we had night vision, or you know, knew what it was. So
yeah, I knew they sent out frequencies, but I didn't know that.
Yeah,
see things we can't. It's cool.
I knew that. I'm gonna throw the link up if anybody wants to hop on. Join.
I remember as kids during the evening, we'd throw our hats up in the air and hit them with baseball bats as they chased it back down to the ground.
Really?
Yeah. No lie.
Man, you can't do that nowadays. You'll have the animal groups on you and stuff. Todd, what? Just
Todd left. It's hot.
Where did Todd go?
It's hot, and Todd the Rock God couldn't take it, so I'm filling in for him. Yeah.
Poor old Todd. Poor old Todd. Good morning, Possum Holler. Welcome in. Let's see. So, what are some things that you have captured, Limits, doing an investigation?
I'll go ahead and bring this video up here. This is our last investigation, which I promised video out by this weekend, but man, I'm still listening as I'm, you know, making the video and hearing shit and finding shit, you know, just little noises here and there that I have to point out. And it just makes making this video that much more harder. But yeah, you can go ahead and pull it up there if you want.
Okay, let's see. Add the stage. Adding it to stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why it's sideways, but this is us. We're there's a little church house on this graveyard we went to last, and we're in here. Let me go ahead and fast forward it here. This is just me setting up the camera.
It's the ghost of my thumb. It was a thing.
This is me going to the back of the church to sit, and we sat there for a few minutes. I got some timestamps on my phone. I got to pull up here if I can see the time on it. I don't know.
Is that the New Life Church of God, Guns, and Freedom?
No, that is a church house on top of on top of a strip job.
Wow!
Right beside a graveyard. Yeah.
Can you imagine how many unmarked graveyards they've mined through?
Oh man, it's crazy.
You know, we almost drilled a gas line, bored a gas line through one, and the state almost put a road through it. And somebody from some historical society found it before we got to it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, I got timestamps.
Virginia Possum, that is definitely a horror movie.
Good morning, Randy. Welcome in.
I got family right outside this wall here, and
yeah, a close cousin of mine was buried on the cemetery. That's why we got.
So that's your wife with you?
Yeah. The camera will move here in a minute.
I'm gonna turn my camera off, but I'm still here, guys.
All right. Do you hear that? That little...
It's like a thump sound, like a
Yeah.
yeah. I heard that.
This whole clip has we're not gonna watch the whole clip because it's like 30 minutes long, but we're gonna skip through it a little bit.
Yeah, guys, Red Man's on a hill by himself. We're in here.
Yeah, Red Man actually went with us this night. He's actually on the hill recording on the graveyard while we're in here.
Red
From
Man,
Wu-Tang?
a little switching around.
No, Red Man from the documentary.
Oh, I was gonna say, you have Wu-Tang. If you had Red or Meth, either one, I was excited.
There's something up there.
Jesus Christ, what was that?
That was something. It's footsteps up there or something.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
That's like
And-
noticeable loud. That's not one you got to point out.
And
That's
it
loud.
scared the shit out of her.
It scared me, and I'm watching.
This is us leaving. She points this out on the ceiling. Looks like blood splatter on the ceiling.
Ew. So is this abandoned, not used anymore?
I think they use it just for funerals, but like nobody preaches there. Like the church house don't have front doors or windows.
So,
It does
okay,
have,
so
it
it's
does have
kind
a
of
side
like
door.
kind of like the old school, the shelter thing out on a cemetery where they do have like,
Yeah.
okay.
But they look like blood splatter on the ceiling. Let me pull up timestamps here. We'll go to the first one. Now, you can clearly hear us outside here talking. We're regrouping by the vehicle, but the noise that goes on inside while we're out there is something crazy. You can clearly hear us outside talking. All right, we got 35 seconds to the next one. So. It's kind of hard to move the time on here. There it was. You hear that?
Yeah.
And this is just a camera and a flashlight. There.
That was not you all?
No, we're
That's
outside.
Okay.
There's nobody in there but this. And the reason that I use a flashlight with this camera is because half of the screen is broke on this camera. I mean, on this phone.
Right.
It's one of my old phones. And the bottom, you can't touch the bottom half. The only thing that's
You can't turn it on.
yeah. So you can't turn the flash on. So I always leave it recording on a tripod with a flashlight.
That's cool.
The next one, 1756.
Now, hey, did you think you've ever brought anything home with you?
I don't
From
know.
the bar? Just a gay bar once. He's a nice dude.
I don't know. I could have. I mean, I haven't felt nothing in particular here.
Right.
There is like something I can say, well, that's from the graveyard. Like, I don't know. But there is something, I'm going to leave it for the video. It's like the finale part of it.
Okay.
We're doing a little ghost box session. Something calls out. My wife's wearing a shirt that says weird on it, and something calls out weird. And then a few seconds later, it says scared. She was scared shitless. And I kept, just trying to talk to it. I thought some questions was my cousin. I didn't know. Then I was like, if you want us to leave, we'll leave. And it said leave. So that was the end. I was
tell me once.
I was completely respected. I completely respected that. Here's another one. See? Something's up there walking around. We are completely outside. We're on the hill. We're outside ghost hunting the graveyard at this point, talking. You can clearly hear us outside mumbling. I mean, I've listened to it 1,000 times. That's us talking outside.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
18 on. Sound like coughing there. Footsteps. Let's see here. 1915. Sorry, I'm jumping around, guys. I'm trying to.
Oh, you're fine, brother.
It's hard to do the timestamp thing on this.
Ready Randy. Was that guy's name? Just left that comment.
Yeah. Randy's a good guy.
Yeah. I always leave the money on the night table. That's my gift before I leave. Randy.
All right.
No, that's you all right.
Yeah. That's us outside.
Thank you, Jacob.
And then later, Redman comes in and has a sit down session in here, and nothing happens.
Right before you said that, I think I heard like a growl or something briefly.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll go back here. I seen something. It could have been a bug, but. If there was another shuffle.
I heard something like a squeak, almost like a squeal there.
Yeah, it was like kind of Randy asked, is that in Harlan? Did you do that in Harlan?
No, this is actually in close to the Breathitt County, Perry County line.
Okay. Did you hear that?
Yeah, and thump.
Yeah.
Let's go back to it here.
His balls hitting the floor after he's in a deserted church on top of a strip job.
Yeah.
Wow. I know an old gay man that would have great fun in that place right there.
I know a young gay man that, I would go.
Yeah, there was another one. That's too loud too to be like a building settling. That's way too loud.
Yeah, the building's block, so concrete block.
Yeah, that settled a long time ago.
There's another one coming up.
For those of you watching, if you have a hard time hearing, get some headphones or earbuds, because I can hear them good with these headphones on.
Yeah, this is something I was like, yeah, this would be something good to use on the podcast. Yeah, the activity. There's another one. The activity wasn't outside; it was inside the church that night.
Now, have you ever captured any photos of apparitions or anything like that?
I have not, but that's my biggest goal. That's something I want to do. I want to be able to catch, something you can physically see with your eyes.
No, there's a particular private college back in the county me and Justin grew up in. I will tell you about that. I will tell you the name of it later. But there was a buddy of mine that actually went there and did some ghost hunting in one of the buildings, and they have a huge art center, and they took a dude, what, you're eating a banana? What the hell?
I love it.
Yeah.
Fucking love it.
But they have an art center, and from the stage, they have a big catwalk where they have the big stage lights set up like 50, 60 feet in the air, like above the whole auditorium. And he took one of the floppy disk cameras in, like an old school, 20-year ago camera, and just took a picture up there. And he didn't find it until some time later. You can see like a face of a devil,
really?
a whole body outline and everything, just like looking over the ledge and the bars and stuff. So
that is wild.
Yeah, I'll have to see if he can send that to me.
That would be a place I'd definitely be interested in going, because that Robert the Butcher had an experience there. My wife had an experience there. In the same place that Robert did.
And another place I would like to go, but I'm scared to go. This is something I am personally scared of, and there's not many things in this world I'm scared of. Like I'll go skydiving tomorrow if it is, and if it comes to me. But Bobby Mackey's, man, I'm scared. I'm scared to go there.
Why?
I don't know. I just am.
I would go there. I wouldn't be scared.
I would go, but that would be the place that would have me on edge.
Right.
I'm pretty calm and cool everywhere I go. So
they say that is a really good place with a lot of activity there.
A lot of it.
Now, I have also heard that over in Carson's County and Johnson County, that the Butcher Holler area where Loretta Lynn grew up is there's a lot of activity up there. There used to be, and I've not been up that way in years, but there used to be, from her brother's store to where because he used to have a store like in a 2-story concrete building before he passed away. And you would take a right to go up to, the home place. But there used to be the store was kind of like in a triangle, the road split, you went right to go towards their home place and left took you somewhere else. But there was a set of stairs like going up a hill, and there was a huge like old mansion on top of this hill years ago. And the last time I was there, it was like the roof had fell in. But I had always heard that was a really good place to go do some ghost hunting at as well. So, Mr. Newbuck, welcome in, sir. Glad to have you here.
I love him.
So.
What's up, Rich? It's fucking hilarious. What in the state park the hell's going on in here?
So Bobby Mackey's is a portal to hell. So
that's what I've heard. That's why I'm a little bit skeptic of it, man. I'm scared.
Well,
but hey, we all could go. Fuck it, let's go.
I wouldn't care a bit to go.
Okay. Hey, remember that? What was that really cool local podcast that was talking about going to them places and doing that stuff?
Was it the Spooky Family?
Yeah, but then the guy that manages them cut us off from them completely, so we can't. Still love dirty though.
Ready Randy says, I'm from Knox County. There are a few good spots around here.
Oh, yeah. Y'all send me your spots. I mean, takes me a while. I'm a one-man team over here, but I will have the videos out. I promise. It just takes a little while. It is.
No, limits, like I said, hell, we could go. I mean, imagine the ghost hunting you could get footage if we went to look for the Swift silver mine.
Oh, man. We would have all kinds going through the woods in the dark at night.
Yeah. So.
Hell yeah.
Is that where Taylor Swift left a bunch of money everywhere she played a show?
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly where
she's got the money to leave. She's a billionaire now.
Oh, do you have anything else you want to show us our limits?
Yeah, we'll go through. I just got a few more. I ain't got no nudes. But
yes, sir. Richard is live.
There. There's another one.
Any portal to head. I'm ready to go. I'm telling you right now, Randall. You hook me up, and I'd love a portal to head.
For everyone watching, too, Justin's not aware of the Dillon Park situation. So.
No, I don't know. I just want a portal to head.
2455 here. That's the last one. Right there. And then Reg comes in, and that's Reg coming in.
Can you go back and play that one more time? Can you take it back?
Let's see.
Did you think you heard a voice before, a little bit before Reg started going in?
Look right where the flashlight's shining, right when you hear the sound.
That's a 2455 mark.
Whoa. Are you talking about it's like something like right beside in between the bench and the wall, like popped up just a little bit and then popped back down?
And
okay.
I can't tell what it is. Like, I don't know if it's a light adjustment, a shadow, or what, but it's wild. And like, you can barely see it.
I saw that. I did. I saw that.
I don't know why it presented sideways. It sucks, but
remember, here their heads tilted over.
Oh, I thought the church was sideways. That was scary to me. How did they stand up in there?
They stand up in the sideways church. You ought to see the preacher. I have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, but it looked like with the end of the bench and in between the walls, it's like somebody was hunkered down hiding, and you just see something real quick and for like a split second come up and go back down.
Really?
Yeah. I saw that. Now, have you ever heard of is it the Mound, West Virginia State Prison? They said that's a good place to ghost hunt as well.
I thought we knew somebody that went there.
Yes, sir, Rich. This is live. It is 10:55 Eastern time on a Sunday morning.
Live, raw, and uncut, as Durkee would say.
Good morning, that 815 guy. Welcome in, brother.
But yeah, that's about it. I might have to go back and look at that.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah. Keep in mind where it was at. Now, it possibly could have maybe been like if he had his flashlight shining towards that way before he got close, it could have been like maybe him turning it, but it was definitely something there at that. So yeah, definitely check it out. Country Bro, welcome in, brother.
I can confirm St. Albans and Radford is legit.
I watched a doc on that. I was working up in West Virginia and their PBS. I watched a documentary on that place on there. Like, in the good old days, as they called it, you could get your woman committed. Even if there's nothing wrong with her, just like be like, she don't want to do like her chores around the house and stuff. I think we need to lock her up. And they locked them up. And I was like, there's no way that's real. But it was.
Really?
Yeah, my wife would be screwed.
So, like, if you're going through a dry spell, you can just toss your wife in the loony bin.
Well, yeah, and like it was harder to get a divorce than it was to have them committed. And then once they got committed, it was okay to remarry. West Virginians are smart people sometimes.
Well, you know, you can get people committed here in Kentucky. I mean, well, they'll probably never speak to you again, but you can do that. It's called an involuntary mental petition.
Oh, I've been. Yeah, it was voluntary. I was talking to myself.
No, this is
a malicious man.
So that was wild, though.
That's a problem I was having in the school that we ghost hunted. Was everything kept dying and turning off?
Really?
Yeah.
You know, they say that is a sign of activity, strong activity, and so forth. And you've got, yes, do you have your hand raised?
I know, I was fingering your mouth.
Oh,
he was putting his hand in your mouth now.
Yeah.
Keep your hand out of my mouth.
Trying to get that nanner to go over there. I just can't get it.
No.
I think I was getting ready to feed you. I don't remember. I don't remember what we were doing that day. I don't know why you were dressed like Lieutenant Dangle from Reno.
At least you're not in a state park.
No, yeah, that is definitely.
Who was this guy over here, Goose? I don't remember.
I have no idea.
That was Rich.
Yeah, that was Rich Newbuck. So, Nana Psychoville, welcome in. Hope you're doing good.
Hello to you too, Nana. The abandoned school that sticks so neatly stacked. I found so out of place.
Voting sticks.
Yeah. Yeah, those sticks. They were there. There was a room piled full of poles and sticks, like just up in the corner and shit.
That's some Blair Witch shit.
So, well, speaking of sticks, it made me think of the Blair Witch. When that first came out, did you think that was real?
110%.
Yeah, when I seen it as a kid, I thought it was real.
Well, you know, me too. And then, you know, I saw a documentary on sci-fi, and I'm like, I really don't think that it is real.
I want to tell you a crazy story about that. Like, this is an example of how bad my mind works. I remember a book coming out first, like kind of like I don't know. I don't remember what. I just remember a book, and I remember a teacher telling me about the book because I was into weird stuff.
It was the Blair Witch book.
That's what I remember, and I remember that being in when I was in like 7th grade. All right, and that right before the movie come out, and me going to the theater and watching the movie and freaking out. Okay, I can't find a book anything about the Blair Witch. Blair Witch come out like what 99?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in high school. I was almost out of high school. I was in the 7th grade. Like I don't know. Like I don't know what I've got confused with it or what, but but I was obsessed with Blair Witch. I thought it was real. Like and I know everybody's like so hard on that lady. Like she had to quit acting because everybody hated her so bad. She couldn't get a role or nothing. I thought she done great, especially when you realize what it is. Like I thought she done phenomenal. But the making of that and how they messed with them while they were doing it and stuff, like a lot of those reactions felt so real because they were legit reactions. They didn't say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna come beat on your tent at 3 a.m." You know, like they just came and beat on their tent at 3 a.m. It was crazy. Like, and I know a lot of like movies have tried to recreate that, but I don't think anybody's really come close. Now I've seen advertisements here lately for something that's been out a long time called the Poughkeepsie tapes or something like that.
Well, I was
similar to that.
Yeah. Now see, that had a theatrical release. It was an independent movie, and what is so funny about that is, you know, I used to, you know, write scripts and stuff. And I come up with one night of this like found footage film, okay, similar to Blair Witch, but it was about this killer named Calvin Ray Young. And you never heard of him because his crime and the found footage tapes were released on September 11th, 2001. So I wrote this whole thing. Now, when I started doing some like research after I had the script wrote, the Poughkeepsie tapes was coming out like 6 months later, where their found footage was released on September 11th, 2001. I'm like, well, shit, son of a bitch. So
I was supposed to do music for a movie about Calvin Ray Young and called Cry. And I got kicked out of the band before they.
Well, that had nothing to do with me, brother.
It would have been the first time we ever collaborated together. And then I was filming a movie with the guy that made that movie, but everybody else has quit on us, and me and him haven't got to finish it yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, there you go. I was going to be like, hey, Bubby, I'm still right there in it.
Then we made the adult film with me and the guy that made the Cry movie.
No, you are not either. No, you are not. You are not. No.
It's harder to get anal beads out than you think. Like it really like they don't just plop out.
Feels like what?
I said they don't just plop out. Like it's hard. You can get them jammed because they get like you get 2 beads side by side. Like it's hard to pull them out.
It is.
Yeah, that's what killed the filming. Me and the director of Cry, and he was like, "I can't get them to pull out." And I was like, "Well, why did you put them in so far?" And then he had put them in his. So it was like a Chinese finger trap in reverse. They were I was stuck and he was stuck, and he was like, "I can't film because I can't turn around." And I was like, "I can't pull out because like they're knotted." It was awful.
Okay. Speaking of creating some stuff, I want to throw something up real quick here and give a plug for something I'm doing. For anyone that likes to read. If you like to read stuff online, if you like to read physical books, let's see, I see an internet there. Hope it's not mine. Am I still clear? Okay.
Kind of.
A little bit.
Okay. A little bit jumpy. Let me clear it. Let that get cleared up there. Let it go back up. See, it was going to do that one. I thought maybe I shouldn't give myself a plug, but now it's going back up. So. All right. But anyone that likes to read like graphic novels, comic books, I am working on this. A Patreon site will be up soon, which I mean to join it, it'll be like $2 or $3. It won't be much, but this is something I'm working on. It is bleeped out here. Hell's Witness, issue 1, a graphic novel by Goose, the story of survival, sex, vengeance, and hope. The end was only just the beginning. And if anyone would like to read a working copy, not a like final copy, but if anyone would like to read a copy of that, absolutely for free, and again, this will not be the final copy, it will be a working one, you can text me or shoot me an email at these numbers. I will send you, because I'm almost finished with the first working copy run through. I will send you that with a small questionnaire. Will be about 5 questions, and you just fill it out, send it back to me. Now, I will, this is a mature subject matter. This is a story of a lady who is a retired police officer, has severe PTSD, and she's fought through that and overcome a lot. She lives on an island called Tangier Island, which is a real island off of Virginia or Baltimore. And so that happened. It's in a, like everything starts getting good on the first day of the apocalypse to the world, which is caused by a series of solar flares, asteroids hitting Earth, tsunamis, and all kinds of other weather-related things. But again, just shoot me an email here to chewbubblegum@yahoo.com. Again, that is here to chewbubblegum@yahoo.com, or you can shoot me a text, 606-373-3396 to help me, get this thing up and going. I do need people's opinions. Again, Hell's Witness. So
I'm down. It intrigues
me. It's pretty cool.
Think of it as the old "I Spit on Your Grave" meets a female Rambo, and that's what you've got. So that takes place at the end of the destruction of the world. So, but yeah, just get into contact with me, and I'll give you a working print. Just answer the questionnaire for me is all that I ask. So,
yeah,
you guys are good. So I throw a hot animated AI woman up on screen that's naked and covered in blood and dirt, and everybody. What?
I wanted to see it from Outer Limits side. He got this. Did you see it was right over his face?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I got the whole. Didn't even have to throw out dollar bills, bro.
Good morning, little leg day. Welcome in, brother. Little Leg Day. Do you still have your the other channel that you have where you did like conspiracy type stuff and stuff like that, aliens, UFOs, all that good stuff? So, let's see here, Goose. Would you stop doing yourself? Again, I'm an old man. If I had my choice of that or a nice sandwich and a good movie and popcorn, I would probably go for that. So, check pockets. I got 63 cents, bread tie, and a cool rock. Hey, you have got it. I will take that because
Hell of an offer.
A bread tie. So, absolutely. So,
You can't be making no sandwiches that stale ass bread, man.
So
I got some ideas, but I ain't gonna say my ideas yet because if I say I got ideas, then they never come to fruition. So,
well, see, Justin says the same thing, and you mentioned something there that Justin earlier. You mentioned what was it the DMT stuff? Justin's mentioned that before.
yeah, when you die, it's proven that your body releases it and it goes down your spinal cord, column, whatever you want to call it. Trickles down your spine, and it releases, it releases all kind of visuals.
It's look, if I had the opportunity to do it, whether it be the ayahuasca thing, I don't know, like I would do it. Definitely would not turn it down. I just don't like the idea I'm going to have to throw up.
Yeah,
I'm a bit of a pansy. I would rather have the clinical DMT that they're using for the trials with the intravenous drip, so you can sustain it more than a couple minutes. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I would too. I ain't
It
gonna lie
would be
to
the
you.
weirdest. It would not be nowhere near the weirdest thing I've put in me.
I just want to experience it one time. I've heard people say they talk to people from other planets. I heard this one guy say that he went to this planet and, well, he didn't say it was a planet, but he just said he went to this place and all these little beings was in there making posters of him and shirts of him. And like they worshiped him where he had went. Yeah, it was wild.
Wow.
Crazy.
That sounds like the late great Riley Martin. So a little bit saying the beings and Oquan Tangen One, good people of Earth. I was going to ask where you got the model. I am her father. I created her. That is a complete AI creation. So
that's my backside from the back of the neck.
No, that is not.
It is. I'll show you. It's me.
No, your choice. Justin, stop that. I'm going to drop you from the stage.
That's the model.
I told you.
Wearing that wig you had on a while ago.
Little Leg Day. I would like to have you on sometime in November with me and Justin to talk about Roswell and some cool other stuff.
Little Leg Day's awesome people, man.
Yes, he is. So cool naked lady covering blood. Typical Tuesday for me. Again, that's if I like the older movies, older music, older TV shows. If anybody ever saw the original I Spit on Your Grave, the cover was kind of a tribute to that. The video movie poster.
I remember seeing that at the video store.
Yes,
I couldn't. I was afraid of it. I wouldn't read it.
So, again, think of it as I Spit on Your Grave. Last House on the Left meets female Rambo. So
with some gay porn,
just a little.
He promised me. I was like, I'm not reading this. And he was like, I'll put something you like in there. I was like, okay, let's do it. Show me some wieners.
Hey, welcome in Apple Creek. Glad you are here. There is no zombies in it, but there are bad guys that are humans. So let's see. I hate to even click on this comment because as I was clicking on it, I read part of it. Someone told me that Goose had a tattoo on his pecker that said Lonnie. When he gets excited, it reads Lonnie Noble, Chicken Man, Whitesburg, Kentucky.
That dude is awesome.
That is not true. Now Lonnie may have
they got us mixed up. I have that tattoo actually. Yeah.
No.
And nobody wants to see that either. Please don't get up, Justin. Stay seated.
No,
I think you can make some money on that online, Justin. Just hey,
Justin.
I told you. That was a cool tattoo.
Yeah, country bro, Rich. Who told you that? So, I Spit on Your Grave is great. That is, and there's a lot of older good movies. So,
I didn't like the remake.
Sounds good, brother. Definitely get up with me. You can use whatever email you want. You can use the one I put up on the screen there. I'll throw it up again. And, or that number, that's the show number. And then I'll give you my legit real number. So, throw that up for a little leg day. That way you can go back and check it out there. So it's at 11:11. Wow. See, now how cool was that? I put that up at 11:11. So that was pretty damn cool.
Yeah,
My son was born on 1/11/11. He was supposed to have been born at 11/11. But my wife had to have a C-section, so they could plan it out. And that doctor in Whitesburg said, yeah, let's do 11/11. And something happened, like somebody else was giving birth, and they wouldn't hurry up or something. I don't know. So I think he did 2/22 instead, which I would have rather done 1/11. But I don't think we could get it in time. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, the time he done was, maybe he did do one. I have to ask my wife.
Okay.
I don't pay attention to a lot of things.
Yeah, Rich, Riley died several years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago, 5 years ago or something. So let's see.
Who?
Riley Martin. He was the guy that would do the drawings, and he sold them to people.
Yeah.
And by you getting them, you could get on. That was your ticket to get on the ship when Tan came back. He was the author of the book, The Coming of Tan. So,
yeah.
I always say a prayer to St. Michael for protection, as well as God going to duck out of chat, put you on my TV, changing toilet. So actually, I'll say my protection spell you needed now. Well, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. So, well, Limits, thank you very much for coming on. We definitely appreciate it, brother. Little leg day. This will be our last early show in a while. We're going to be doing Sunday evenings. We don't have the time down yet, but next week will be next week may be a pre-recorded show, or we may do a show on Monday. So I'll have to, because I will possibly be out of town going south. Rich, you need to let me know too if you're gonna ride down with me as well. So, but I definitely appreciate it. Before I go, I'm gonna give a shout out to the social media. Shout out of who is that kid? Are you just putting up pictures?
This is our number one fan. This is little Isley.
Isaac. Okay.
Yeah, we call him Little Isley. He loves cake. I love cake, Mom. He loves cake. This is little Isley right here, and I told him I would tell him hi. On the show. He's a big fan. His sister listens, and just to get to see him be on the show and stuff. So I'll send him this little clip, little Isley.
Well, yeah,
he's probably
hey, Isaac, welcome in, brother. Definitely has.
He's 6'3", 280. Yeah.
Well, he's bigger than you.
That's more ways than you know. I'll tell you, he's 19. It's legal.
Again, a social media shout out of the week goes to the original innovators of horror from right here in the great state of Kentucky, the Eastern Kentucky. I actually stole the format, the way that we lay out everything, from the Dead Pit guys. Very good friends of mine, CK and Uncle Bill. Check them out over at deadpit.com, or you can find them on TikTok at Into the Pit, or YouTube at Dead Pit. If you're into horror movies and want some hillbillies thoughts on horror movies, be sure to check them out. They're very knowledgeable. Deadpit.com. So great guys. Great guys. They get our social media shout out of the week. Thank you very much, Limits, for coming on. We definitely appreciate it. Love to have you on again, brother. Is there anything you want to say before we go out?
Yeah, thank you guys for having me up here, and thank you for the chat. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Much love to everybody.
You are very welcome, brother.
Peace out, guys.
Oh, have a good one, brother. Happy Halloween. Stay safe. You just let me know, and I will pass Lonnie's number along to you, and I'm sure he will argue with anyone.
All right. So, hell yeah. Sounds like a deal.
All right. Thanks very much. Have a great day, Limits. Again, that's Limits. Be sure to check him out on YouTube at the_outer_limits. Special guest. Great guy. Love having him here. Be sure to check out Lucy at her Etsy shop. Etsy.com/shop/LNR Craft. Justin, is there anything you want to say before we start wrapping some stuff up here?
You put the video you're gonna play after. I want to say thank you to Brando Van Joy for letting us put up a little piece of a cover song he did.
No, it's about a minute, 14 seconds, but there's a video after that as well. I will have a little leg day, a little payday video coming up soon. And I didn't get to mention this. I don't think starting out the video, that kid was 12 years old. That
really?
Yes. 12 years old, played every instrument, even filmed and edited the video by himself. His name was Taj Ferrant. So, and he did a cover of Shinedown Monsters. So I'm a huge fan of Shinedown. I like Shinedown. So that'll do it for this week. Be sure to check out Scientific Fugacity with our friend Luke Fugit. And don't forget about Talk Junkie with Mr. Justin Perkins. Right?
I heard this show sucks.
I've heard it was pretty good. So we'll go ahead.
Bobby Akers told me it was the worst show he'd ever heard. So
you can't pay attention to Bobby. But that'll do it for this week. We'll see you next week right here on Here to Chew Bubblegum. Remember, we all have a voice, and together we truly can change the world.
Don't suck. Be good to people.
One day I'm up, the next I'm down. You got my head spinning around and round. Too much confusion, no one to blame.
Your systems are offline.
You've been listening to Here to Chew Bubblegum 2.0. Be sure to tune in next week.
Talking away, I don't know what's left to say. I say it anyway. Tomorrow's another day to find you hiding away. I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me. Take me. I'll be gone in a day or two. In a day or two. This is my life. It's not what it was before. All these feelings I've shared, these are my dreams that I've never lived before. Somebody shake me, 'cause I must be sleeping.